Hello, Epic team at Creatic. It's Peter here. Today is 14th of September. It's the second Monday of September. 2 more Mondays to go. Time is going by really quickly, and next thing you know, we're going to start to see Christmas decorations all around. So what I wanted to do was just quickly give you a recap of last week, where we're going this week, and also some Monday motivation, of course. So last week we had the awesome pleasure of welcoming Sandy Wu to the team. Sandy Wu is going to be here with us for a few months. She is our financial strategist, and she's going to be helping us to reach our end of quarter goals as well as our goals for the end of the year. So thank you so much, Sandy. I'll be introducing you to the team properly over Slack. So glad that you're here. So last week, Sandy and I had our first meeting. What we've determined was that we're going to be putting full focus on COFIT right now, because that's what really needs to happen. That's what really needs to go out. There's lots of small businesses and just local businesses that are really in dire need of just some traffic, and we're going to be helping them to achieve that. I've already been speaking to a number of local businesses around here in Sydney, at least in my vicinity, just talking to them about the COFIT concept, and they're on board. Had some chats with some other agency partners, and they're on board to get involved as well. So we want to just put in as much effort as we can into COFIT to make sure that we give that a good launch. Of course, the coaching aspects are still going to be happening, where we're reaching out to the online coaches. That will be coming up next, but we want to make sure that we give COFIT a push, a proper push. And then, of course, we'll continue on to the conscious agency and to incubating Creative Ventures, which is essentially going to be using conscious agency as its first project to create and to incubate. In addition to that, of course, we are moving our client projects along, which are our priority. So that includes our new friends over at Keep in Touch Therapy. We're just finalizing their website and a number of marketing assets for them, and they're quite happy. And then we're also finalizing the website for the apartment building that we are working on called Bayview. And then, of course, we have our other clients like Modern HR and a number of those clients in the US that we're moving along as well. And those are what always have to take precedent, is just our client projects, because of course without our clients we're not able to create these new awesome adventures that we're going on, like COFIT as well, to help everybody grow essentially. Okay, so in addition to that, I wanted to speak a little bit about some Monday motivation. So one of the ways that I stay motivated is by having vision. And when I'm talking about vision, I'm talking about vision for myself personally, and I'm talking about vision for the business. So depending on you and your circumstances and what you're driving, I would suggest having a vision at minimum for yourself personally, and of course, vision for yourself professionally, even if that's whether you're contracting for somebody like us, or whether you're an agency and you're one of our agency partners, having a vision for your agency, or if you're just a professional that is offering your services to anybody. Having a clear idea of where you're going is going to be able to just magnetize you from one place over to the next. When I was growing up, I was in middle school. I remember just kind of always being reprimanded for daydreaming, and I felt like it was a negative thing. I got a really interesting book just a couple years ago for my birthday from a good friend and also a mentor. His name is Mark Haynes. Hello, Mark, if you're watching. And it was a series from the Harvard Business Review Press called the Emotional Intelligence series. So if you're a leader, if you're a business professional, if you're running your own business, I would highly recommend checking out this series because it has some awesome nuggets in it. One of the funniest things that I found in there when I was reading it was about daydreaming, and about forming a vision via that daydream. So that was some nice affirmations. There were some nice confirmations that I was on the right track from an early age. So there you go. I'll give you quick three ways that you can actually create that for yourself and also use that just to magnetize yourself from where you are now to that vision. So number one is just going to be setting the intention to create that vision for yourself and actually setting the time aside in order to actually go out and do it. I would recommend going out to somewhere peaceful, whether that's in nature or somewhere quiet that you have some private time where you can just relax and just do some daydreaming about where you would like to be in, say, 3 years or 5 years with yourself or with your business. Or if you're in a relationship with somebody, even just having that shared vision with your partner is going to be extremely helpful and beneficial as well. But just go out and take the time to actually just decide on what that looks like in 3 years or in 5 years, depending on which you'd like to work towards first. Number two is going to be just be very crystal clear about how that vision looks. So say, for example, you set a vision for the next 3 years. Imagine yourself at your most highest state in that 3 years, that you've reached your goal, you're very happy to be there. What does it actually look like? Where are you? Who's around? What does it smell like? What are some of the other senses that you're tapping into? You know, say, for example, with Creatic, we have a long-term vision, which is going to be in about 10 years, we'll have a building somewhere and we're working with entrepreneurs. We have our coaching facilities and we have our incubation facilities, and we call it Creative Millennium. I can tell you how the first floor looks, which is entrepreneurs that are mingling with each other and co-creating and collaborating with each other on that floor. There's even a restaurant nearby that they can go in and eat. That's part of the building. And they can go out to some of the breakaway meeting rooms. There's a level 2, which is the marketing, which is where they come and get consultations with the marketing team at Creatic. Essentially, that's us right here, right now. And they can meet their account managers and just put together some strategies and tactics for their venture that we're helping them to incubate. And the incubation happens on level 5. And that's where they can meet with other entrepreneurs. They can also meet with the coaches and mentors and guides to help them incubate that vision. So I'm very crystal clear about where we are, what it looks like, and how it's all operating. That's my 10-year vision. I'll paint the whole picture for the team at another time and share it with you all. And I think that would be a fun thing to do just to help keep us all on track. So that's number 2, which is just being very crystal clear about the vision and what you're creating. Because number 3 is about, of course, taking the action and just working towards it. Because the cool thing is once you've achieved number 2, you have a very clear, crystallized, concise vision of what you're creating. When you're taking the action towards it, on a conscious level and on a subconscious level, you will be working towards it. Because what can happen sometimes is if we're not crystal clear on our vision of where we're going professionally, personally, with our own business, then if we have any kind of other sort of just negative thoughts or limiting beliefs, what can happen is we can subconsciously sabotage that vision. But when we're very crystal clear on that vision, and that's, thinking about it every single day. For me personally, I'm doing a visualization before I sleep at nighttime every night just to imagine what it is that I'm creating, where we're going. I can always just keep that in mind so that I can just take appropriate action the next day. So that's the 3 things. Number 1 is just setting the intention and actually taking the time out to go and create the vision. Number 2 is just being very crystal clear about the vision that you're wanting to create. And then number 3 is just taking the action towards that vision and having a lot of fun with it, of course. So hopefully that helped you. I will put this vision together. Actually, I have it all documented and I have like a few different types of pieces everywhere. But what I'm looking for next is a designer that I can just download this vision to, who can actually put it into a visual form for me to share with everybody instead of the PowerPoint slides that I have it on right now. I'm looking to do something a bit more interactive, and then we'll keep it within the team. So anyway, I hope that helps. Wishing everybody an awesome week ahead, and we will see you next Monday, of course. Take care. Bye-bye.